Hi, this is Sotiris Bassakaropoulos, and this is part two of this is part two of our say goodbye. Part two of our say goodbye 9 to 5 podcast. Okay. I'm actually also posting on a few other places as well today. So what I actually want to talk about is using the right tools, in your online business. One little peeve of mine, now I have to say, I really suffered from this in the beginning, and it's something that I used to do. And that is that in the very beginning, I used to just use like maybe my laptop, right? It was maybe like a laptop. It wasn't a cheap laptop. I think it was maybe, £600, and then the next one's about £1,000 or something. But the quality wasn't really there. Okay, the quality wasn't really there with videos and stuff like that. But when you start off doing this, you don't really realize it. But what I learned over the years, when I was doing YouTube videos and stuff like that, I was having people coming along and saying to me, they're coming along saying to me, I can't hear you in your video and stuff like this. And the reason for that is because I was using the computer's microphone, and the computer's microphone isn't very good on a lot of computers, and quite often can be very, very echoey and stuff. And I've been, seeing a lot of videos recently where people maybe don't have the right equipment. They maybe don't have the right camera, or, they're maybe not using the microphone. They're maybe using like some sort of headset thing around their head. And there's a lot of, sounds and noise and background noise and stuff. And it's really hard to actually hear them. And often it's very, very badly broke up the videos as well. So that's why tonight I just wanted to talk about the right tools that you can use for your online business. Okay. So at the end of this presentation, I'm going to be giving you a list of all the tools that I actually use myself. And I've done a lot of research over a period of time, and used a lot of things and saw what works and what doesn't work, for example. So the first thing I have here, and this is going to be gold to a lot of people who have fuzzy videos and it looks really dark and weird, is this here. Okay, so this here is the it's a C920 Pro HD webcam. Okay, and this here, I actually found out about this from a podcaster. I found out from a podcaster about 6 months ago. Now, the computer I have here, it's an iMac. It cost at the time, I think, about £1,700 or £1,800 when I bought it. And you would think, like, with a £1,700 or £1,800 computer, right, that you could be getting really good, really good camera and really good vision, right? Now, I'm actually going to just switch over so you can see. Okay, so if I go to my video and I click on built-in camera, now you can see me now. Okay, now right now when you see me, it's the HD camera. Okay, the HD camera, and this is going to be the camera with like a £1,700 computer. Okay. Okay. So you'll see the difference. You can see the difference in the picture quality. Okay, you can see the difference in the picture quality, right? Now, this camera, fortunately or unfortunately, this camera cost me a few months ago, it was £56, right? Now, with the lockdown, with the lockdown that we've been in. You can actually see the camera here if I lift it. I just have it hooked to the top of my computer. Okay, this is the camera here, and it sort of clips over the top of anything. So you could set it on top of anything. You could set on top of a stick or on top of a stand or wherever you want, and it'll sort of hook on like that, right? That's the camera there. Okay, so I just keep it on the top of my computer. Like so. But if you look at that picture, now that, you know, it has to be a pretty good picture because it is an expensive computer. But if you look at the picture now, and then I change it back over to the other camera, you'll see it's much, much better picture. Let me just do that now. That's it. You'll see the picture is much, much better. So the good news is this was £56. That's the good news. The bad news, because of the lockdown, I actually found these same cameras. Some people selling them on Amazon for like £199, right? But I've managed to find somewhere they're selling for like £80, which is still very good. £80 for such a clear picture. It's also got a built-in microphone as well, though I don't recommend using the built-in microphone. I recommend buying a microphone. I'm going to cover that in a minute. Okay, now this is going to transfer your videos. They're going to be full HD. They're going to be a lot brighter. Okay, they're going to be a lot brighter and look a lot better. Okay, so that's the first thing. If you want to go to, let me see, if you want to go to webuildyouronlinebusiness.com, that's webuildyouronlinebusiness.com /video tools. You'll actually be able to see a list of all the stuff that I'm going to be talking about and explaining about tonight. Okay, so the visual difference, I'm sure to you, is enough. You can see there, you know, even with the expensive computer camera, that's way better. Okay, so I would definitely fork out at least the £70. You know, it depends how serious you are about doing stuff online. But like, if people can't see you and they can't hear you properly, you're not going to come across very well in your business. You're not going to come across very professionally, and it's going to lose your business, right? So, you know, it's maybe worth £70 or £80 to get that camera so people can actually see you, and you know, maybe even use the microphone, might be able to hear you. I don't use a microphone for it. I use other microphones, and that's because I had a lot of people saying, I can't hear you in the video, I can't hear you in the video. So what happened was, when people couldn't hear me in the video, I basically bought this little thing here. Okay, and this is an Audio Technica microphone 2020. Now, I bought this first, right? This is a really brilliant microphone, absolutely brilliant microphone. It's a USB one. And I bought this first, and it was absolutely fantastic. Okay, I used it. I've been using it for quite a while, and I'm using it tonight because I'm doing a podcast. So what I've done is I've actually plugged the AT2020 microphone into my iMac computer, which you'll see in a wee while. And I've plugged in my other microphone, which I'll be talking about in a minute, in to my main computer here, which I'm talking to you from. Okay, so that's the first one. Now these here, I think, what sort of price are you talking? Here, that's it. Okay, so the price here for these on Amazon at the minute is CO by an option. These are £167. Okay. Now it is slightly dear, but the difference you'll actually get in your sound quality is absolutely amazing. People will be able to hear you crystal clear. Okay. Um, I don't really like headphones and stuff because I don't actually think it's very good for you because you're getting all the radiation. I actually got a radiation testing thing straight through the cables into your head. So I generally feel uncomfortable if I wear a headset for a long time. I start feeling my, my head starts to make like a ringing noise and stuff. So I don't like headsets and stuff for that reason. And I think you're better using a proper microphone. Okay. So that is the one. This to me, I would say, is probably my favorite. I would say to you, if you're just starting out, but you're wanting to spend a couple of pounds and get a really good professional sound effects in your video, then you'll want to go with this one. Okay. So this is what I would be using. The other microphone that I use, which I bought recently, which was recommended by a podcaster, is this one here. Okay, now this is is a Rode microphone. It's a Cartoid microphone. I don't know if I've said that correctly, but if you look here, you'll see it's like got a front cover thing on it. Okay, and you can sort of see here. That's what it looks like. Okay. So that's what I'm using on my computer at the minute. It is good sound. It is good sound, but I actually think the AT2020 is probably better sound. So I would go with the AT2020. I've put in the list if you're wanting something lower priced, or if you're a wee bit pressed financially at the minute or whatever. There is a lower priced one there, which is also made by Audio Technica. That there is about £50. Okay, that one's about £50. So that's the sort of cheaper of the range. But personally, I mean, if it's your business and you're going to be making money with it, I would suggest that you get the best thing that you can afford, right? Definitely, if possible. So that's what I would go with. This one here. This one here, the Rode one, I think was like £250. So this was a bit dear. And as well as that, there's this, I have a stand for them as well. It's also on the list. The stand is like a sort of boom arm. And what it does is it puts the microphone in my face. Now, even with the AT2020, it comes with like a stand that sits on the table. But with the stand that sits on the table, it basically still your face is a wee bit away from it, and people still sometimes say I can't hear you, right? But if you have it like right in front of your face like this, it sounds really loud, so it works really well. So I definitely would suggest probably going with the AT2020 if you want a really good sound in your videos to sound like you're in the room with them, really loud and clear. Okay, so in my mind, the most important thing for doing your videos is firstly your camera, obviously, right? Because you need to have a good picture. Your microphone is like right up there with your camera, because if people can't hear you and you sound like you're an alien or something, then nobody's going to know what you're even talking about, right? So how are they going to buy anything if they don't actually know what you're talking about? So these are very important things. The stands now, for the AT2020, there's a stand there. I think it's like about £14 or something. It's not as fancy, right? This stand will not be as fancy as the stand for the Rode microphone. Okay, it's just a basic stand. It just goes up and down, and it sort of hooks onto the side of the table, just with a wee hook like that. Okay, so that is that one. And then the Rode stand is actually more expensive. It's about £40. for that one. I think it was 40 or 45 pounds. It's a sort of different type mechanism and stuff, and looks a bit cooler and all that. So that is the road one. But like I said, you don't need to go for the road one, the expensive one, because you're talking about £300 for it and the thing. And to be honest, I actually think the AT2020 is probably even maybe better, I could even say, than the road one. So yeah, for me, I would again suggest that. So if you have any questions, feel free to post in the comments below if you're live here watching this. And if you're on the podcast, I would just like to say to you, if you go to webuildyouronlinebusiness.com, that's WEBUILD, your YOUR online, WENLINEBUSINESS.com/video, VIDEOTOOLS. It'll take you to the page on the website where all these things that we're talking about actually are. Okay. Now, I also recommend that you have some video lighting. Okay. I have bright, cool white lights in my office, but I've been told, and I know myself, that cool white is actually very, very bad for your health. It's actually really bad for you. So I don't generally put the cool white lights on unless I'm doing a live stream or something and I want to have it really bright. Like tonight, I'll put them on maybe for an hour. But when I'm in the office, I actually have two old-fashioned type lamps, and I have 200-watt, bulbs, the old-fashioned, not the new energy-saving ones, but the old-fashioned ones. My dad had a big, heavy, fluorescent lamp, which I inherited from him. So I just use that, okay? So I don't actually need this, but you can see I have this thing beaming down on me, okay? And this lighting, I mean, that's about 500 watts or something, but that lighting makes such a difference, and it makes your videos much, much clearer, and it makes it, it just makes things much, much better, and it makes your videos much, much clearer. So I definitely recommend having good lighting. But this is actually gone a wee bit off since I did that. Okay, so I don't know what I'm on there. I've moved this a bit or so. So that's that was covering your camera, okay, your camera and your microphone, yeah. The lighting, yeah, I wanted to talk about the lighting. The lighting, you'll see in the page again, I don't actually have it because I didn't buy it myself, but this is what I would buy myself if I was buying something for the lighting. There's a photography lighting set. It's like two big lights, and it comes with orange covers, and the orange covers makes it so you're not getting the cool white, you're not getting the sort of toxic light coming at you. You're getting it's made yellower, and it's not giving you the same effects as you're going to get from the really, really bright light. Okay, so like I said, that again is on the page. Okay, if you go to the page, you'll be able to see it. Now, yesterday, what I find, if you're making a lot of videos, you want to keep your videos and you want to upload them to as many websites as possible. Now, if you're as busy as what I've been recently, you maybe won't have time to upload your videos to 5 or 6 websites in one go. So, and that, so you might just upload it. Like, for example, this evening, I'm going to be uploading this video to, maybe one website. Okay. It's on YouTube Live, so I don't need to upload it on YouTube. Normally, I would upload it on YouTube. But when I tried to connect tonight to Facebook Live, it wouldn't actually connect for some reason. Facebook wasn't letting me go live for some reason. So that's why I'm using YouTube Live instead. But I have ordered a 10 terabyte. It's a Seagate 10 terabyte storage device, because I bought two 4 terabyte ones. Okay, the 4 terabyte ones were about £100 or something. One has worked really well and it's now full and I have no room for anything. And the other one just completely crashed and it's died, so I can't use it anymore. And I've my computer's filled up with videos and it's slowing down rapidly. So I've ordered a 10 terabyte one, and that's coming tomorrow. So that means tomorrow I'll be able to unload a load of my videos to give my computer some more memory, hopefully, and my photos and stuff. So it's a good idea to have a hard drive, because if you're doing videos and you're uploading videos and you're putting them on your computer, they use a lot of your hard drive space. And when a lot of your hard drive space goes, your computer starts doing weird things. It doesn't work properly in webinars. It goes very, very slowly and it becomes an absolute nightmare. So you definitely want to make sure that, you want to make sure that you have room on your computer so that it works properly. When it comes to laptops, again, it's the same thing. You might need a laptop, you might not, right? You might just get a desktop. For a long time, I had a desktop. I was planning to go away for a few months and I thought, right, I need to get a laptop because I want to be able to do all the stuff that I can do on the desktop. So I bought, it's like a MacBook Pro, but if you look here, it's on the page here, you can see it, but that's it there. Okay, now I have a cover on it. That's it there. Let's see, I'll just bring this around a bit. So that's it there. And you can see here, you've got like a wee volume bar here and all, and it's pretty cool. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you just, you can put all your different things here. You have all these different things come up. You can do a web search. You can do all this thing in this bar here, which is pretty cool. But the thing that's good about this, I checked all the reviews for Macs, and a lot of the reviews said that the Mac keyboard was sticking, and basically a lot of keys weren't working. So to buy something as expensive as a Mac that you're maybe going to pay, 1,500 quid or £2,000 for, and then to have to plug in a Microsoft keyboard or an Apple keyboard is completely ridiculous. So when I read the write-up for the new 16-inch MacBook Pros, the price was dear. Okay, it's like, I think it's like starting at like $2,500 or something, but your keyboard's going to work. Your keyboard's going to work, and it's faster processor, and it's very, very like up to date everything. So again, you might go and buy one second hand. You might go to cex.com or something. You can get a second hand one. I mean, we bought a second hand iMac, a second hand 21-inch iMac, and that was about £400 or something. So if your budget's limited, you maybe could go to like CEX, try and get the one with the biggest memory, with everything as good as possible for the money. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm using for a laptop. Again, just buy as good as you can afford. Now you're going to say to me, everything you're using is Apple, why are you not using Microsoft? I have reasons for that. I bought a computer, and at the time it was quite expensive, a big sort of desktop computer. I think it was about £800 or something, and within a few months it just went black, the screen, and no matter what I did, the videos were black. So when I went to do YouTube Live or whatever, it was black. You couldn't see anything, right? So if you can imagine, after you spent a lot of money in computer and then you can't actually do a live stream, you can't do a video, and you can't do this. I have had all sorts of, I had all sorts of hiccups with Microsoft, and I see people every day, with Microsoft computers, and it's like, oh, my screen's black, it's not working, whatever. So to me, that's just the joys of Microsoft, right? So if you want to continue using Microsoft, there's certain programs that you need to use Microsoft for, and there's certain tools and software. And I do still have a Microsoft computer downstairs, but I wouldn't dream of using it for my live streams. I use a Mac for all that stuff because it's much better, being much better quality, and that's why I use Macs for my business stuff, and for other things, or to run another software, or for, you know, maybe backing up some pictures and stuff, I'll use a Windows computer. Okay. Now I actually use what I have here. The setup I have here is just it's a 17-inch iMac. So you can see here, this would be like a 17-inch iMac. Yeah. And then I've actually put another monitor beside it as well. It means that when I'm on a webinar or something, I can, you know, be doing work on the computer while I'm on the webinar. You know, whereas normally I wouldn't be able to do it because I'm either watching the webinar or I'm watching what I'm doing. So that's the joy of having two screens. You can be doing something else, or you can be watching something else in the side as well. So there we go. So again, I've put the things that I'm using on that page. You know, at the end of the day, you know, not everyone's going to be able to go out and fork that money out to buy those things, but I would suggest over the years, which is what I did, you know, over the years, I would suggest you aim your height, you aim your, you know, you aim at getting the things, right? And if you actually aim at getting the things, eventually you'll get them. You know, you might only go and get the camera. You might only go and get a camera tonight for 70 or 80 pounds, you know, and then maybe next week or next month you get a microphone, you know, but that will transform your videos, it'll transform your sound, and it'll transform your business. Just those two things alone. Computers, you know, a lot of those old Microsoft computers, they make like a noise, you know, the fans going, and like I've done videos with people and I just hear, you know, in the middle of the video, and it's really disconcerting, and, you know, you can't hear yourself talk, you can't hear the other person talk, and yeah, you know, maybe it's saving them some money, you know, but like if you're not investing in your business and you're serious about an online business, I think, you know, it's something that you should prioritize, having good computers and stuff, so you can actually look professional and not have all these weird things going on, noises and stuff in the background. If you're going to sell online, you know, on a long-term basis. So any other tips? If you've any questions or whatever, you know, feel free to fire them below this video in the group. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to fire them below in the group and I will answer the questions. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Now, one other thing that I'm using as well, which I haven't said, is I have the Rode microphone. Okay, it is a cardioid microphone, and it actually plugs in to a multi-mix media thing. And you see there's a second plug there. And what that actually is for is you can plug a second cardioid microphone into that. And if you're doing a podcast, right, and you have a guest, you have a guest called Elisa's Multimix, yeah. So if you're doing a podcast and you have a guest, it means your guest can have one microphone and you have another microphone, you know, and you can have a camera on your guest, and you can also have a camera on yourself, and you both have microphones in front of you, right? You both have microphones in front of you, so you can hear everything clearly. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. If you want any more, you know, if you want to listen to our podcasts, if you go and visit our website, it's saygoodbye9to5.com. That's SAYGOODBYE, the number 9to5.com, /podcast. So saygoodbye925.com, the numbers /PODCAST, and you'll be able to see our latest Say Goodbye 9 to 5 podcast. Next week, I'm going to be interviewing Daniel Konieczny on a Thursday. He's a real high energy guy. He does big seminars in Poland, but he actually lives here, and he's very, very motivational. And he set up his own network marketing business. He's done very, very well in his business, and he's loads of strategies and tools and stuff to share with you. So that'll be next Thursday. That'll be next Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I will see you again in the next podcast. Have a great day.